Hey everybody, it's Angie Christine here. Welcome back. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, if you haven't already, please take these next few seconds to hit the like button somewhere right here. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. My channel could use all the help I can get to help me grow. And for those of you who have already subscribed, I appreciate you. And for those who are about to subscribe, I am grateful for you. So today, let's talk about calories. Intention versus obsession. So I'm not going to get into the science of macronutrients or calories or, why you should be eating properly or any of that stuff. I wanted to talk to you today about why you should know how much you're eating. So I was bodybuilding for a couple years, and with bodybuilding, it's very important to know exactly how much you're eating. So you need to weigh your food and track everything, including your micronutrients and your water intake. Okay, so one of the things that I don't want my clients to do is become so obsessed with their food. This can cause issues on the other end and with our mind, and we don't want to do that. So I don't want anyone to become so obsessed with weighing their food that it is hindering other areas of their life. However, some people, I hear, they don't want to count their calories at all. They don't want to track their food because they think that's going to lead to obsession. But one thing that I can tell you for sure, so this is some tips that I'm going to give you today on how to go into tracking your food with intention versus obsession. So before you even start your new healthy journey, you want to know where you're at today. So if you've never tracked your calories before, it's super easy with apps like MyFitnessPal, and there's a ton of other ones that you probably might even have already built into your phone. And you just plug in what you ate that day. Like, don't change what you're eating to get optimal results, but don't lie either. So if you had, a Subway sub, whatever you had, plug it in, see how many calories did that have, because how can you change your habits if you don't even know what your current habits are? So that's what I mean by going into it with intention. So you go into it with the intention of, okay, how many calories have I been eating? What were the things that what was I doing from here to here to get me to the results that I currently have? What habits do I need to change? So maybe you find out you're currently eating the proper amount of calories. However, you're finding out that you're eating like 90% fats and carbs and very minimal protein, which your body needs protein, but we're not going to get into all that sciencey stuff. So back to basics. Just why you need to know, why do I keep running out of gas on my way to work? Okay, well, my car needs this much gas to get to work, and I constantly forget to fill up. So if you don't know what habits are getting you the results you currently have, it's really hard to see what new habits you need to develop. So maybe you are eating properly and that doesn't need to change, but awareness is like the number one thing that is going to help you when you're starting a new lifestyle change or you're trying to reach a goal. You need to know what you're doing now that is and is not helping you. Okay, so intention versus obsession. So you're going into this with the intent to find out where you're at. Okay, so once again, I'll say it again, intention versus obsession. So when you go into things with, a greater intent, this is not just health and fitness related. Like if you go into, a relationship or anything in your life with a certain intent, then that can help with the unhealthy obsessions that may creep up. Okay, so calories. Okay, when you have the intent just to know, where you're starting at. You know, for myself, like from doing the bodybuilding thing for so long, and for so long I was weighing my food and knowing exactly what was coming in on my plate. Like, I was weighing everything, okay? Like, I weighed my vegetables. And, but my goal was for bodybuilding and for the exact physique that I needed and wanted to step on stage with. I needed to know my calories. So that was a necessity for me. Like, I needed to do that to reach that goal. For myself, luckily, it didn't really become an obsession. It was really hard to navigate normal life after, when I was weighing my food all the time, and then I was like, I don't know how to like weigh my food for like normal living. I only know how to eat for like the extreme, right? So for myself, that was hard to navigate, but knowing what I was eating for bodybuilding wasn't what I wanted to eat. Like, that wasn't the calories that I needed to be eating for just an everyday physique. Okay, so kind of the same idea. So I could tell you that 3 ounces of chicken has 25 grams of protein and 2 grams of fat and 0 grams of carbs. I could tell you that. I could tell you rice and oatmeal and all these things like right off the top of my head. And I'm not expecting anybody to memorize serving sizes and calories in servings, etc. But it is very helpful to be very aware of what you're eating. So when you go to eat a bowl of cereal, and let's be completely honest, who's weighing out a cup and a quarter of, Rice Krispies? No, you're filling your bowl and then pouring it with milk, okay? Nothing wrong with the people who are weighing their cereal before eating it. But my point is this, is that you're not going to end up weighing and measuring absolutely everything that you eat. And for example, like, another huge thing is if you only know how to weigh your food and then you go to someone's house and they're cooking you dinner, you're going to ask them to weigh it for you just so you know how many calories in it. And that's where I completely understand people don't want to become obsessed with calories. However, like I said before, just knowing where you were at before you went to embark on this new journey through health and fitness and trying to make better choices to feel better inside and out. It's not always about weight loss. Sometimes it's just about feeling better. And you have to know where you come from to get to, you have to know where point A is to get to point B. Like, your GPS can't give you directions if you have your location services turned off. Like, if you don't tell your phone where you're at, it can't tell you how to get to the next point. It can't tell you how to get to the store if you have your location services turned off. So knowing where you're at now so that you can get to where you want to be later in life, later in the week, later in the month, later in the year, you have to know where you started. Okay? So intention, gratitude, being grateful for where you're at. Okay? So just being mindful. So if you don't understand that, there's like 1,500 calories in a Big Mac meal at McDonald's, if you don't understand that you're eating almost your whole daily allowance of calories, everybody is different, and everybody's caloric intakes needs are different. Everybody's macronutrients are different. So it's important to have like a coach or a nutritionist help you with that, which I do for all my clients. I do not only we do the fitness side, I do the nutrition. I give you macronutrients, and I guide you through all these tricky situations. But I teach you, like, you're gonna go out to a restaurant and you're gonna eat, and if you don't know how to eat without being told how many calories are in something, or if you're too scared to, like, that's not fun. That's not fun for anybody. That's not fun for you. It's not fun for the people that you're at the restaurant with. And it's also hard when you're with friends who don't understand the journey that you're on. So without having to explain to anybody, I want my clients to be able to navigate these trickier situations like birthday parties and dinner dates and just like dinner parties and all that kind of stuff without having to be like, 1 second, I just gotta figure out how many macros are in this. How many fish sticks can I have? You know, I don't want anyone to feel like they can't, or if they do this that they're going to get set back. So having intention, and like I said, back to the beginning, just knowing where you started will like help you immensely get where you want to go. If you're not, if you could be under eating, you could be overeating, but unless you know, like unless you have really like you could think that you're totally eating a normal amount. You're like, I don't know why I'm not losing weight. I'm like totally eating a normal amount of food, and then you break it down and you're like, I'm only eating 500 calories a day. What? Or you, on the flip side, you could totally think like, I'm only eating 3 times a day. I'm not eating that much. And then you turn around and you're 3,000-4,000 calories deep when your caloric intake should probably be around 1,700. Like I said, everyone's different and your activity levels are different and your day-to-day activities are different. Your body's needs are different, so don't just think that just because I threw the number 1,700 out there that that's how many calories you should be eating, because everybody's different. But that's just it, is if you don't know what you're currently putting into your body, how can you change those habits? So I so many times have clients say, I only get to eat this, like this is all I get for calories. And then 2 weeks down the road, we're working together and they're like, Angie, I cannot eat that much food. And I'm like, it's not that much. You know, it's just, it's so easy to eat a whole pizza in one sitting, but so hard to, eat proper whole foods. But that's also intention. Like, it comes down to your intention. I'm not going to label any food good or bad because, our mind, our culture, our way of life, kind of, especially in North America here, we have a really horrible diet. Like, our food is horrible. And it's like trendy kind of to, eat fast food, and it's like eat all the junk, and it's like it becomes like a trend, and it's like trendier to have these giant like milkshakes with cookies and donuts like pouring out of it just so we could put them on Instagram, and then we drink them and eat them and then feel like garbage after. And it's like this vicious cycle. And like if you broke down how many calories are in like a milkshake or a box of Timbits, if you're in Canada, you know exactly what a Timbit is. But it's just like, if you don't know, you don't know. So knowledge is power, and like seriously, knowing is half the battle. If you know what you're consuming, if you know how much you're consuming in a day, maybe like a month, 2 months down the road, you don't even need to count your calories anymore. You literally can just plug your food into an app and just say what you're eating, and it just tells you how many calories. You don't even need to know each individual food, which I do think is super helpful, because knowing roughly how many calories, like without having to use the app, without relying on the app, I think is just like, at this point, almost a life skill. But if you have to use an app, I think that's what they were created for, right? They were created so that we can track these things super easily, and an app is doing the work for you. But you have to use it. If you have no idea, calories can get away from you so easily, like, anyways, now we're just rambling. So I just wanted to talk a bit about calories, intention versus obsession, and why it's important to just know how many calories you're eating in a day, to get you started on your journey, or help you continue on your journey in with your health. If you want more information on my program, will link my website which is under construction but still accessible until my new one launches. I also have VIP pricing on my Outside In program, a journey of fulfillment through fitness. Um, I'm pretty proud of this. This is my huge passion project right now. So not only do you get access to my custom app with video exercise library, there's a timer, stopwatch, everything in the app. You can link your Fitbit, your MyFitnessPal all on there. I do your nutrition calculations. But my favorite part of the program is the modules. So we're going to work on mindset and how you can transform your life through your mind. So if you're just feeling blah, you're busy, bored professional, but you just want to feel more passion and purpose in life, this program is for you. My email will also be linked down below. Yeah, let's shift our mindset from I don't want to do this because I don't want to do the hard work. Everything is hard before it gets easy. And I think that's something that like everybody forgets. Everybody, I forget sometimes too, but like before you could walk, you had to learn how to crawl, and you know how frustrated you got when you couldn't walk, like you're right out of the gate, baby gate there. Everything is hard before it gets easy. It's something that takes practice, it's something that takes intention, but just honestly tracking your calories for 3 days is not the end of the world, and it actually might benefit you a lot more in the long run than you might give it credit for. So if you have any questions, comment below. You can also message me on Instagram at AngieChristineFit. I'll link that below as well. And yeah, so if you have any questions, concerns, feedback, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video for some more magic.